2NURFM, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
Creative Arts Professor Frank Millward, Head of School. Some amazing things happening, and New South Wales Seniors Week getting underway. And you are a very busy man at the moment, Frank.
Very busy at the moment. We're here to talk about a few things.
Yeah.
The choirs and our concert at the Conservatorium.
And the symposium.
Symposium. Also, all this wraps around the creative industries and the moves that the university is making to put in place new programs in a Master of Creative Industries and a Bachelor of Creative Industries for 2017.
Oh, you're thinking about 2017 already.
Already, we're on the
scary.
ball here. Yeah, we've got these programs coming online. The Masters comes online next semester, so that's pretty soon, and the Bachelor's in 2017. So with that, we're having a new school of creative industries, and that will be the joining together of two existing schools or parts of creative arts and some of design and communication with a tad of IT.
It's always changing, the University of Newcastle,
University
isn't
is
it?
an evolving thing,
Yeah.
and destined to be agile in that way.
So tell us about this Creative Arts Research Symposium we've got coming up.
Well, the Creative Arts Research Symposium is a very innovative follow-on from what happened at the University of Melbourne last year. What it does is it brings together a number of PhD students or RHD students, higher degree, masters or PhDs, around a diverse range of disciplines within the creative arts: screen production, creative writing, dance, fine art, music, and they share their research with their supervisors from different universities, from Melbourne University, from Flinders University, from QUT, from Griffith University, from our university. So this knowledge exchange actually brings together people in the way in which we understand the kinds of research that are happening in the creative arts around the country.
It's a great synergy, isn't it, with the other universities that the University of Newcastle has?
It's great, and it's really, as I said, it's a big innovative push for getting an understanding about where we're going, particularly in relation to what happened with the Watt Report and the Prime Minister coming out and talking about innovation, creative society and so forth and so on, and how we can plug into that through the creative industries, through the creative arts, through communication, IT, design, all these kinds of things, particularly in the research zone.
I'm glad you've got your finger on what the Prime Minister said, was because I had to listen to the whole thing about innovation, but he didn't seem to say a whole lot. So thankfully the University of Newcastle and other universities have got a bit of a take on that.
You're not that wrong, but what we're in because there's nothing that's actually come down that's concrete about that. Is at the moment it's like blue sky dreaming to a certain extent, although it's on the agenda. So we need to be on the agenda as well.
All right, what is on the agenda? New South Wales Seniors Week concert. This is amazing. The Brainwave Stroke Choir and the Songshine Seniors Choir on Saturday at midday.
Yeah, fantastic. This is another, this plugs into our research agenda again with people who have had strokes in the Brainwave Choir and senior people, in as much as we're looking at the way in which music and I guess well-being interact, how music affects people's well-being, how music affects people's, the regeneration of parts of the brain that have sometimes been affected by things like strokes. So, for example, people with and aging, people with Alzheimer's or some forms of dementia, when played music, go straight back to where they were when they heard that music and become lucid. And this is a very interesting area of neuroscience.
It's interesting to see too, scans have been taken on people that listen to music they like, and the brain just changes. It goes from a passive state to a very active state.
Absolutely. And this is a very cutting edge area of neuroscience. I mean, in a way, this is a kind of rejigging of something that's been going on in music for a long time, which was called music therapy in the old days, and there were all these kinds of from the, when I say the old days, we're talking about the 70s.
I did. Okay, now, that's just brought us down. Thank you. Thanks very much for that, Frank. Speaking of choirs, also a pre-Anzac Day choir from the Breast Cancer Choir.
Yes, very exciting group of people, and more broadly, a cancer choir. people who have had cancer. That's a very special concert that's also going to feature guests from the Central Coast Brass Band, as well as the Newcastle Orchestra, which is a ukulele orchestra.
How big has ukulele playing become over the last couple of years? You know, it was something, unless you were a hardcore ukulele player years ago, it's something you gave the kids for the birthday or Christmas, but it really has taken on a life of its own.
It's worth going along. Mark and his partner run the Newcastle Orchestra. You got to get your U's right.
Yeah, exactly right.
And it's a fabulous organisation. They have, I don't know how many, maybe 70, 80, 90, 100 people. I've seen a concert in a tent at the Jockeys Club that was just devastating. And here are like 100 people on stage playing ukuleles, plinkety, plinkety, plink, but just like so moving. You're right about the ukulele, because it's one of those things that you can carry around with you. It's not cumbersome, and it's also very easy.
You don't need a roadie, do you? Really,
No, you
when you
don't.
think you don't need a whole lot of, there's less strings. I'd imagine the strings would be fairly cheap, and you wouldn't need a roadie.
No, exactly, and they're cheap.
You're exactly right. Lots happening. Frank Millward, thank you very much for joining us
Thank
this
you for
morning.
having me.
So many amazing things. Professor Frank Millward from the Head of School of Creative Arts at the University of Newcastle. Something for everyone in the coming weeks.